Let's go to Colts Chargers. Colts Chargers. Really interesting matchup this weekend. Never would have thought, right, that this would be a game that here we are on week 7. We're highlighting Colts Chargers as a heavyweight juggernaut, right? Matchup between these two football teams. The Chargers right now, currently as it stands, are 1.5-point favorites. They are at home against the Indianapolis Colts. Big guy, the Colts win a good one at home last week. The Chargers able to win on the road against the Miami Dolphins with all of their injuries on the offensive line. They survive and win. Herbert makes that play to Ladd McConkey to get the job done. What do you see kind of taking place in this matchup? How can the Chargers, I guess, beat a Colts team that really has been on fire lately?
I think this game will be very close either direction. I mean, if you told me you can make a case for either team winning, I think the big thing about the Colts, confidence and feeling good about what they're doing. The Chargers got to be sitting there going, man, we pulled one out against the Miami Dolphins, but that won't work against the Indianapolis Colts if it gets in that situation.
Right.
Like I told you the other day, the Colts have a homegrown offensive line. They are connected. They're good. Quentin Nelson, the guard, he's really good. You've talked about it many times. They got a full the wide receiving core, Pittman, Pierce, and Downs, like them all.
Yeah, with Tyler Warren now, the young stud, out of Penn State, the tight end, who's just been absolutely phenomenal.
Phenomenal, yeah. And not only just saying that, Lou Anarumo, the defensive coordinator, we really haven't talked about him, but he's changed maybe the whole team. The fact that they're so organized on the defensive side, I'm not saying they're great, but they have spells where they can be great.
Right.
And as I looked at it, I had a chance today just to look at about 10 plays of the defensive line. And I went, wow, the defensive line for the Colts, it's basically the same as it was, I think, last year. Kwity Paye, DeForest Buckner, Matt, they're a pain. And
yeah.
I say that, and I bring it up, and why did I want to watch it? Because the Chargers can't protect their quarterback. They've lost key players, Joe Alt, Trey Pipkins. And, I've been thinking about this all year long. Scott Matlock, right? They draft him as a 300-pound fullback. And, I just said, boy, Greg Roman, he might change up and he's throwing a little more and all that. But when it comes down to it, a big 300-pounder blocking for my running back, Jonathan Taylor's pretty good stuff.
Do you see this game as being a little bit of a shootout just because of what we saw Jacoby Brissett and the Arizona Cardinals able to do against this Indianapolis Colts secondary, right? I mean, now that being said, the Chargers, with their offensive line and all that, what do you kind of see this game playing out? Is this low scoring, high scoring? Is this all about the QBs and just that kind of a duel?
If they got it, yeah, the QBs, if they can make, if they have those games where both of them are just throwing it, just letting it go and really being accurate and putting it where they want it to be and all that, yeah, I could see it. But I just see a low-scoring game.
Okay.
Maybe the first 1 to 20, somewhere in there, wins the game.
Right.
Yeah, I think both defenses got a lot going for them.
Yeah.
The offenses, especially the Charger offense, that's what would worry me. So maybe they manage the game and just try to do what they can to slow it down, to make the time go faster, and try to win a close game, because I think no matter what happens, this game will be close. And I think, I'll just say it right now, I like Indianapolis in this game.
Yeah, and I would say I'm kind of leaning more towards Indianapolis as well because of the fact of the offensive line, its health, right? Jonathan Taylor. And I just expect them to be at least patient enough. I don't expect them to rush for 120 and be like super special, because I do respect the fact of just what Jesse Minter and that defense bring to the table. But I expect them to be patient. I expect them to make it at least a difficult game and win some time of possession battles that way by just running the football, right, and being consistent that way and building the play action passes off that. So that's where I'm leaning as well with the road team here. I'm going to take the Colts in this one.
I know that. Listen, you're right. The Chargers are beat up. We know that.
Yeah.
But what do you feel like if the Colts go out there and win this game? It changes my thought even more about the Colts.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I mean, I agree. This is a huge game to me. I think that's also why I kind of am leaning towards the Colts too. It's just it's just one of those prove-it games. And I feel like just the Chargers, Harbaugh, Herbert, and all of that, it's kind of like one of the NFL's darlings. If they can go out there and beat them at their home field, it's just another like check off the list of like, hey, keep doubting us. We're a damn good football team. We do the mundane things well. And think what you want about our quarterback. That's the old story. That's not the story now. And what's funny too is that even like some guys on ESPN were they showed like a clip of Daniel Jones throwing it where it almost got intercepted. Like, oh, well, here's Daniel Jones again. It's like, he's going to make mistakes. Like it happens. It's part of the game.
Wait, but was that this week when they said that?
It was this week. Yeah. And, I'm not even going to say who said it, but, it was a defensive guy that's on one of those shows. And he was just like, well, there's the Daniel Jones we know. And it's like, well, you're not watching. You're just looking at some clips.
Oh, no. Yeah. Read a stat. Oh, that's right. His stats are great.
Yeah, and like, listen, you're gonna throw some bad throws every now and then, and hey, at least he's cutting it loose, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, but it's just, hey, we get very sensitive, the Sims family, about Daniel Jones, right? No. And it's okay
sensitive about stuff like that where you show one play.
That's true.
Oh, look, this is what he does.
That's what it defines him. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I know.
But the overall theme about the Colts is extremely good. And everything I see, people are a little surprised early, but now it's dragging on a little longer. And they're like, oh, wow, when are they going to fall apart so we can crush them?
That's right.
Because that's what we're waiting on.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones has got to explode here somewhere.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
When the other team's kicking the crap out of him, then, he'll explode just like everybody else. Like just like Josh Allen did last night.
Right. That's a great point. Yeah.
Man, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Josh Allen, great player, MVP. Shit, I couldn't tell.
Of course, it was brutal. They could not handle Atlanta, and it was kind of fun to watch the game. I would like to see a little more. Let's protect and let me just see more action. But man, the Bills had no answers, really, hardly for the whole game against Atlanta's
Bijan Robinson, and just the whole on both sides of the football, right? Just pretty impressive that they were able to keep it in a close scoring game. But hey, all right, so you're going to take the Colts. I'm taking the Colts, even though they're on the road. We still like them as a whole, right, to win this football game. So we're taking that.